Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to do another FPS test on Resident Evil 2 Remake with another older card. Today it's going to be GTX 460 1GB of DDR5 RAM. To see if this old, I guess at this point it's about 9 years old, to see, this is probably one of the first generations of DirectX 11 cards, to see if it's even possible to run this game. Of course, all my tests are going to be done only at 1080p resolution, as I feel anything less than 1080p nowadays is just not worth it. So let's see how well an old card could do. Is it even possible to play this game on 1080p? Well, let's find out. For all my tests of the older graphics cards, I will be using a platform of i5 8400, which is a 6-core processor. I feel as that's a perfect setup for some of these lower end older cards to get the maximum performance on them. Also on this card I have a slight overclock of 50 megahertz on the core clock and 100 megahertz on the memory clock. Just a little overclock to get a couple extra FPS without any voltage control or anything like that. I'm not going to change any of the voltage. Anything higher it has issues, and just want to do a little boost here. So here we are, as you can see, we're starting out 1080p, and there it is. We're on everything absolutely the lowest settings you can get, and we're using interlace. Now interlace does look a little choppy, but it is quite playable. Let's just see if it can still play on normal. Yeah, you see a big frame drop. I really am impressed how some of these older graphic cards are still holding up after 9 years. Now the good news about Resident Evil 2 is that it supports all the older graphics cards, even though some of them don't support the latest drivers anymore. In my opinion, personally, I wish all the latest games are more compatible. That way everybody could save some money and not spend a lot, all this crazy money for graphics cards every time something new comes out. For those of you new to my channel, check out my other videos. I just love to make videos on older hardware. You'll never see the new stuff on mine, at least not yet. I can't afford it, and I just don't see the value on some of the new graphic cards like the 10 series or the RTX. They're just extremely expensive, and I don't see the point of spending all this money just to play computer games. But hopefully in the future I'll get my hands on some of the later, newer hardware, but I got a long way to go. So, I mean, anybody could go out there and open up a credit card and just spend $2,000 on computer parts, and then a couple of years later, the stuff become obsolete again, supposedly. Well, at least that's what people say, and some of the bigger YouTube names say, oh, spend this money, get this, get that, but the old stuff is still quite relevant in my opinion. Yeah, we're gonna go back to interlace. I just don't like how much FPS we get in here. Yeah, that's better. So again, as you could see, we're playing on 1080p, no issues, no stuttering. In smaller, in closed areas like this, the FPS is going to be high. The only issues you'll have is like when you're in an open space, like in the police station, right in the center there, in the beginning, open space, you'll see the frame rates drop. But majority of the times you will be in these smaller, confined places, so it should be not an issue. Also, I do recommend with these older graphic cards, you know, to keep the fan on at 65% in the MSI afterburner. As you can see, the temperatures are pretty good. Look at that, 61 there on the GPU. It's running really good. I'm very surprised. Or maybe not, I'm surprised. I guess I kind of knew that we're going to get this kind of performance off a 9-year-old graphics card. Unbelievable. And this is what I'm talking about. You see, as we got into a more open space, the frame rates dropped quite noticeably. So it's going to be pretty much the only downfall. Of course, why? We have only one gigabyte of VRAM, but you could still play it. You know, if you just want to play the game, it's not a problem. You don't have to spend a lot of money. There you go. Let's see if I could actually even raise it a couple options here, if it's even possible. Some of these should be okay. Okay, now with this settings, it makes the graphics smoother. Yep. So there you have it, everybody. Resident Evil on GTX 460. If this video was helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave any comments down below and show me your results on some of the older hardware. And thank you for watching.